everybody, today's video is a short discussion video on the Porsche Panamera. Is it dead? Well, the short version of this video is yes, unfortunately it is. Let me explain. First of all, let's go back to the beginnings of the Porsche Panamera, launched in 2009 as the 2010 model. It was never particularly successful, even though it was a great car and launched with a lot of fanfare. Its styling was a little out there. People didn't really love the look of the first generation Panamera. It kind of looked like a mangled horse's penis from the rear. And it was never particularly roomy, but it was still heavy enough to be not that sporty either. But still a great car, and those who purchased the first generation Panamera generally loved them. They were a great car, they just had the styling slightly wrong. Fast forward now to 2017, and the second generation Panamera is launched, and this is a beautiful car. They get the styling right this time, and so it should be a huge sales success for Porsche. Unfortunately, by 2017-2018, sales of mid-sized saloon cars have dropped right off worldwide. Nobody buys them. If you're buying a mid-size or a larger car, you're generally buying an SUV these days. And that is reflected even within the Porsche model range, where the Macan and the Cayenne have been outselling every other model within the Porsche range for years now by a significant margin. That's right, everybody wants an SUV. But Porsche weren't willing to lay down on what they considered a flagship model. The Panamera is the model which they release most of the new technology into, and then it flows down to other models. So over the next couple of years, 2018 and 2019, Porsche went at it. They really increased the marketing on the Panamera, and they released a wide range of variations. At the time of filming, the Panamera has 21 different iterations or variations on this one model that doesn't actually sell that well, which is an incredible number when you consider how few variations there are on many of the other Porsche models. For example, the Macan, the #1 selling model within the Porsche range, how many variations are there on that car? Only 4. So yes, 21, there should be something there for everyone. So by the end of 2019, sales continued to decline slowly on the Panamera. So it was still a poor selling model. Then COVID hit and sales went to almost zero on all Porsche models at the start of the lockdown. But the real nail in the coffin for the poor Panamera was yet to come, and that is its sister car, the Taycan, the EV car. And that has been a hugely popular car within the Porsche range. However, it has been stealing the few remaining sales that the Panamera had away from it. If you look at the graph, you can see as the Taycan sales have picked up, the Panamera sales have fallen off the edge of a cliff. And really, we're just getting started with the Taycan. With the Taycan, we really only have 3-4 models out at the moment. As they slowly increase the model range and the range of the EV Taycans, you'll see the sales of the Taycan just continue to lift, and the sales of the Panamera continue to fall. So the Panamera now is on life support. You know, they're selling none of them. Is there any point in continuing them? Well, let's look at where they are in the range. So if this generation of Panamera started in 2017 and they have a 7-year life cycle, we're 4 years in, which means we're at the point of a facelift, which has just happened. So the Panamera is getting its facelift, which sort of flew under the radar this year. Plus, they're expanding the range to include the e-hybrids here in America, hoping to boost the sales of the Panamera. Well, unfortunately, that hasn't happened still. They're just a handful of them sold this year. So I think the days are numbered for the Panamera. They still have 3 years left in this product life cycle, but will they continue to sell a model that's sold in the hundreds instead of the expected thousands going forward? I don't think so. I don't think they'll run the Panamera all the way to 2024 when it's expected to die anyway. I think they'll quietly phase it out over the next couple of years. So yes, if you're a lover of the great Panamera, one of the icons of Porsche history, and you want to get a new one, I wouldn't dilly-dally. I'd get it right now, because I don't think we'll be seeing the Panamera for too much longer. It's just not selling well enough. The Taycan has completely killed Panamera sales. Pretty soon Porsche will be releasing the EV SUV models, and that will further hammer the sales of the Panamera. So yes, sad news for the Panamera. I don't know, do you guys agree with my assessment that the Panamera is now dead? I strongly suspect it is, but I hope they'll keep it going for the next 3 years. That would be fantastic, but with such poor sales, I can't see it happening. And finally, this week I am actually filming the base model Taycan, the budget Taycan, the under $100,000 model, which is just going to sell phenomenally for Porsche, just further decrease the sales of the poor Panamera. So I'll get that out to you this week. And as always, I thank you for watching, and please comment below as to what you think is going to happen with the Panamera, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye then. And if you're wondering where to acquire the ridiculous t-shirts that I wear in my videos, they're all here in my store, all your favorites, including offensive stamps and my rapid dry towels as well. Yes, Nick Murray t-shirts, being a little inappropriate since 2016.